Welcome to the round of 32 in the Go4SC2 Sunday Cup. We're on Ulrena and spawning in the bottom left-hand position as the red Terran player. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Apocalypse. He's playing against the blue Zerg, spawning in the top left position. A fan favorite worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, we have DIMAGA. And if you're wondering how tough the bracket is today and how many players and how many good players are in this bracket, this is still a best of one. We're not even in the quarterfinals yet. We have Apocalypse versus DIMAGA. Hatch gas pool coming out from DIMAGA. We have a barracks and a gas already out for Apocalypse here. Are we going to be seeing a lot of Reapers? Now on this map, little bit more tricky because if you're able to find a way to kind of stop them at this choke, it's really frustrating to have to deal with. So it makes it significantly more difficult here. Would not be surprised if we just went... Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be the one Rax Reaper expand here. So, nowhere close to as aggressive as where we saw him last time around. Fair enough. So we'll see what kind of strategies transpire from both of these guys. Moving into the mid-game. Hope you're enjoying the tournament so far, by the way. Much appreciated. And, nice to be joining in for the first stream of 2016 as well. Back from holiday, pretty chilled out, good weekend. London is still freezing, because London is freezing. But that's okay, because we're indoors and it's Sunday and we're playing StarCraft, and happy days. Reaper making his presence known. Waiting for the lings. There are the lings. There are 6 lings, actually, but this Reaper will not be able to get much damage done against them. That's a little bit too many to have to deal with before the queens pop out. He's trying to chase drones, though, and if he's able to chase drones, that forces, of course, the... Oh my goodness, what an excellent surround there! A very, very slight momentary lapse of concentration, and DIMAGA takes out the initial Reaper from Apocalypse. That is not what the Terran player would have wanted at all. That was really, really excellent from DIMAGA, and now, free of having to dance around against the initial Reaper, these lings are moving out across the map. He's going, how many have you actually built? What have you done behind this? And Apocalypse, well, ever so slightly embarrassing, he's going to have to go home. He needs to pump units out like there's no tomorrow, and he needs to make sure that he doesn't lose too much at this natural right now. 2 Marines at the moment moving down the ramp. He really needs Marines number 3 and 4 to guarantee that he'll be able to pick these off. A couple of SCVs coming in as well. 3 Marines plus 2 SCVs should be enough to move these lings away, but he basically lost half of the hit points on his orbital command. And it's also denied mining there for a little bit as well. Plus, he can no longer be scouting with the Reaper, so he doesn't know the timing that DIMAGA is taking both of these gases pretty quickly here. Note the 4th gas inside the main has not been taken yet. And Apocalypse, you know, it's not like he's in a losing position or anything, but he's definitely lost the initiative in this game. Frustrating times, and that all, of course, comes from losing the initial Reaper. Very, very frustrating. It looks like we have Marine tank medevac style coming up here from Apocalypse. Now, this choke point really frustrating for Zerg players because, of course, you can just lift up your siege tanks into medevacs and sort of start shelling away at this kind of position from the world's most insane choke point. So if Apocalypse is able to split the natural and 3rd hatcheries of DIMAGA here, it makes it very tough to boot a Terran out of this kind of position. So I suspect that's what we're going to be going for here. In the meantime, completely unscouted, of course. Aspire about 3/4 of the way done. We have an initial drop coming here to harass. Oh, we're actually killing off a couple of drones. Being pulled, actually. Waiting for the... ooh, very, very nice placement of the Spore Coil, but not able to pick off the medevac. Waiting for the Queen and Lings to arrive. Number of workers killed at the moment, 6 versus 0. And actually, with the medevac there, maybe a little bit underestimating quite how much damage this could do. A 2nd Queen coming in to support now. And drones getting pulled as well. The Spore Crawler getting focused down. It looks like one of the Marines is going to go down, but a Queen actually at the expense of. A little bit awkward there. And oh, very nice. Now we actually have the medevac going down as well, and the Marines doing their best to kill off the Queens. They won't get another one. They shouldn't get another one. They really shouldn't. Mutalisk getting spawned as well, and actually the Marines managing to spot that. 10 workers killed at the moment. Good drop there from Apocalypse, doing a little bit more damage perhaps than both players anticipated, and we have a Banshee waiting in the wings for the Mutalisk to fly by. Oh, the Mutalisk spot it! This is awkward. Cloak seconds away from completion. Doesn't matter. There's already an Overseer there, and the Banshee gets picked off instantly. Really, really well played there from DIMAGA. I think he needed that after losing those drones earlier on. He's on 35 workers versus 41 for the Terran player right now. And we have a Cyclone coming in for defense here. Locked onto an Overlord at the moment, but waiting to see if he can lock on to a Mutalisk. Looks like he's going to be abandoning that. He kill off the Overlord. Very, very large range, of course, on that Cyclone, forcing the Mutalisk back for now. And then we'll buy Apocalypse enough time to get his missile turrets up, but DIMAGA has not had any pressure at this choke point. He's managed to spread his creep all the way to the Watchtower now, which is excellent. And he's got his third base up in mining. These mutas are right next to the Banshee, and Apocalypse does have to be ever so slightly careful. Here comes the Overseer here, and it looks like this Banshee is going to go down. We've gone up to 15 workers killed this game, but DIMAGA's response should simply be to keep droning. There's no serious threat to the game here from Apocalypse. It's only constant harassment. Apocalypse is desperately trying to get his third base up. DIMAGA will be able to see this with the Overlord momentarily. He'll start to see some mining there, and he'll be able to go in and scout out what's going on, and potentially come in to try and disrupt that with the Mutalisks and or his follow-up tech. We can see +1 missile attacks coming in behind this for the Zerg player now as well. Looks like the Overlords are having a meeting to decide what to do next. That or they're taking orders from the Queen, which is entirely possible. And a lot of stuff going on in the production tab now for Apocalypse. He is in no position to attack and win the game right now, by the way. Stim, only halfway done. He's making more tanks. 1-1, only partially done. Combat shields, only partially done. But he is setting himself up for a potential big push. Oh, and will you look at this? Let's go ahead and grab a hidden base. So Apocalypse losing that initial Reaper, losing a couple of Banshees, and maybe saying, right, this game hasn't gone exactly to plan. I acknowledge this. I'm going to go ahead and sneaky snake my way over here. This is particularly interesting because DIMAGA has scouted absolutely jack right now. We appear to have a scan going down in the natural expansion. Won't see too much other than the fact that roaches are out on the field and a spire is complete. But of course that's not exactly a big surprise considering Mutalisks are around. Oh, if he gets to pick off this tank, that's reasonably huge. SCV's getting pulled literally just in time there. And a Mutalisk getting picked off for its efforts. Good reactions there from Apocalypse. Good thinking as well from DIMAGA. Not quite being able to pull out. I'd really love if just 10 Lings managed to pop over to the gold right now just to double check what's going on. But I don't think DIMAGA's going to do that. He's more focused on this army coming through to the middle of the map right now. And we have Ravagers on the way. DIMAGA at the moment completely oblivious to this hitting base, and because it's at the gold as well, that can actually end up being quite pivotal. So this Overlord does see mining has commenced. He knows the third base is there, but that's about it. He's basically going to wait for this creep for it to get all the way over to the gold before knowing what's going on. Only 4 Mutalisks harassing now. He's making an awful lot of roaches. Upgrades at the moment are 1-1 for the Terran and only +1 attack for the Zerg player. So this potentially, with Combat Shield Stim and 1-1 complete, could be a little bit of a timing there. The Muta's just constantly tracking back to basically try and kill off the tanks and keep Apocalypse in his base. I really like this strategy out of DIMAGA here. Picks off a supply depot because why not? An Overseer is going to get killed off though. No real big deal, and DIMAGA now has his 4th safe and secure. He's continuing to spread creep, but how long before he realizes this planetary fortress is actually here on the right hand side? It's now complete. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to defend, and we can actually see a whole bunch of SCVs. Oh, SCVs moving across the map plus Marines, and if that doesn't give the game away, I don't know what does. Moving out across creep, I think, basically gives the game away, and DIMAGA now, well, no prizes for guessing what's going to happen here, folks. 1 planetary fortress. How many SCVs have we got there? Oh, reasonable number. You know, it's 18. Against, oh my god, LOL Zerg. And it looks like 3 roaches are going to be left to clean up, but he's going to have to dash back home. Counterattack. Oh, with the tank drops as well from Apocalypse. Remember we were talking about this area earlier and how it's really difficult to actually boot out a Terran player? Well, the planetary fortress here basically served as bait, And now, DIMAGA is trying, well, he's basically trying not to get wrecked, but the army comes in from behind and the tanks are so exposed. Every single tank goes down. Yes, the natural expansion is down. There are units inside the main as well that he really has to worry about, but these medevacs have had to move out. That Planetary Fortress plus 18 SCVs, ooh, 17. Lucky Bob there is on 7 hit points. Gets taken out. As a response, the natural gets taken out. The Spire is still there. So the hatch will get put down again for DIMAGA there. Number of workers killed, 20 to 38. And we're on 44 drones versus 45 SCVs. So very, very low econ at the moment for both sides. That SCV transfer ever so slightly unfortunate for Apocalypse, going through the line of sight of that creep. Another scan going down. Apocalypse looking for a follow-up attack now. And DIMAGA definitely ready for him here. He can basically hold him off at the choke. I think he's going to try and go through the rocks when he knows the Terran player is in a defensive position and try and deny this third. And if he can do that, actually, DIMAGA will be advancing at the expense of Apocalypse. It's 180 versus 134 supply. Still very, very low in terms of worker count. Some excellent Ravager shots if they hit. Apocalypse just managing to move out, and he has to be careful. Using the mobility of this army to his advantage is going to be crucial for him here. DIMAGA at the moment being very threatening, 50 supply ahead, but not quite able to make the killing blow. If this was supported by a bunch of Lings, it would make it a little bit more difficult for Apocalypse to run away. He hasn't at the moment, though. He is going up to his 5th base. And this game just got an awful lot more dynamic, and dynamic is something that favors the Zerg player right now. So Apocalypse is trying to compensate with quality. He's lost a lot of tanks. He's lost the Planetary Fortress. Yes, he made some headway into the natural, but that alone isn't going to be enough to win him this game. Oh, this Evo Chamber. Rip. Oh, so close. So close. It was seconds away from being saved by the creep from this hatchery. Unfortunately, that's going to go down. DIMAGA hopefully will notice because he doesn't want his ability to get upgrades basically hampered for the rest of this game. Ravager shots not quite hitting there. Apocalypse getting out of there just in time. He's maxing out now. And we have the one medevac continuously harassing. There are 3 corruptors chasing it down, and they will take it out. These Marines are also going to get cleaned up, so there's no more harassment coming in from Apocalypse right now. DIMAGA, how many Evo chambers has he got? Let's make sure. No, he's only got the 1, so he needs to rebuild the second one if he wants to get his upgrades going very quickly indeed. +2 armor is on the way now. I wonder if he's realized that. That could end up being critical later on in the game if this goes to super late game and it comes down to quality army versus quality army. DIMAGA scouting with a roach, just making sure nothing's going on there. It looks like both sides are going to be committing to an attack once again, coming into the natural expansion from Apocalypse here. And DIMAGA going straight in with the tanks, not even waiting, straight into the natural expansion and the main base as well. The tank, I like how it's tracking back, looking backwards, by the way. It didn't used to do that. Oh my god, Ravagers! 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 Oh, and that hurt an awful lot. What about over here? We have a pretty strong bio army against the third base right now. Both players absolutely going for it. It's 181 versus 93 supply right now. DIMAGA looking like he might have the advantage. This tank is doing an awful lot of damage. We need to see a couple of shots off from the Ravagers to pick that off quickly before it does too much. He will successfully do that. Natural expansion is down. The third base is down right now for DIMAGA, but it's 75 supply versus 164. I don't know how Apocalypse can survive here. DIMAGA looking like he is about to trample his way into the round of 16, but Apocalypse does still have a dangerous army with Stim, with that mobility. Ravager shots can't necessarily kill him off instantly here. So he does have to be very, very careful still. The 5th base is also going to get taken down. This looks like to be a full-on race right now. Apocalypse flying his buildings. DIMAGA has to go back and defend. He's only got 175 minerals. This hatchery needs to not die. Well, or this one, actually, to be fair. He needs a hatchery and drones. It's 1 SCV versus 6 drones right now. We're stimming into the main. He needs to kill off this layer. And I think Apocalypse might do this. He might do this. Flying buildings, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have corruptors on the field? We have 2 corruptors. They're going down to the bottom right as we speak. Okay. 4 Marines there will get picked off. Where are the remaining buildings? DIMAGA has 195 minerals. I swear he had a way to easy win this, but perhaps committing just a little bit too much, or maybe not coming back with his army fast enough. If Apocalypse gets out with this entire army, he still has an orbital command here. Oh, okay, so DIMAGA is remaking in the bottom right. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's okay. And we have Corruptor here. This army needs to stay alive, and DIMAGA needs to defend this space. The orbital command scouts it. DIMAGA's not going to be able to get there in time if these medevacs boost over there now. And that's exactly what he's doing. Oh dear. It's one drone versus one SCV. And he's going to force the fight to happen here. The Corruptors spot the Medivacs. Can they get up here and kill off the hatchery fast enough? That's exactly what Apocalypse needs to do now. But if he does that, where are the Ravager shots? He's going to be able to kill off the hatchery. He's basically sacrificing himself to do that right now. A lot of Ravager shots coming in. If this army goes down, though, and it's looking like he just about manages to get away. So close for Apocalypse right now. I don't know who's going to win this game. It's 107 versus 33. Which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But where are the buildings? Is that the last building? No. No. And Apocalypse, he does it. Victory from the jaws of defeat. What an incredible game. Apocalypse takes out the last remaining extractor for DIMAGA and moves on to the round of 16. What a dramatic finish to this game on Arena. Apocalypse advances.